What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of OTR Beyond the Ropes. This is your boy OTR, Mr. Mike Drop, aka King Mike Drop, in the building.
Hey, yo, this is your boy Trey, aka OTR Trey. I had to go back to Treyway today because AEW put on a show, and I'm ready to talk about
Yeah,
it.
but yeah, man. About that. What a show! What a show!
I have two things that I took away from this show. I've seen people talk about one of them, but I haven't really
hmm
seen people talk about the other thing.
hmm
You, you know what they are?
If I had to take a guess,
If you had to take a guess.
if I had to take a guess. Ooh, I would say the women's championship match is one.
It's part of it, but that's in the overall of one of my statements.
Okay. Um, the second one, is it a certain match or does it have to do with a title?
Deals with finishes.
Mm,
I
mm,
can go ahead. I can go ahead and just
finishes.
tell you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Moxley and Danielson both tapped out in the same night.
Mm.
That's one. And then the
Mm-hmm.
other one is outside of the House of Black. Everybody that won is an
Yeah,
AEW original.
very much so.
Everybody that won was an AEW
Very
original.
much so.
We've been getting on here talking about how uh they push the WWE people more than the AEW stars. And outside the House
Mm-hmm.
of Black, because everybody that was an AEW original won. So I think
Yeah,
that was a big
yeah.
deal.
Um.
So and then we can get into specific matches later.
So besides, I think the final match, I think we was really on point. Well, except for the women's title and the women's AEW championship match and the men's AEW championship match. I think we were pretty much on point except for those two.
Well, yeah, I know I picked MJF. I know that for a fact. Um,
Yeah,
and I think I picked. Did I pick Jamie? I have to go back and look. That's a damn shame. I can't remember my
might have
prediction.
picked Jamie.
I think
Yeah,
we.
I
I think
think you
we all.
did pick Jamie Hayter.
Yeah, yeah, we picked
No,
Jamie, and
no,
then
I said me and Jay said Ruby Soho. That's
mm,
who we wanted. But then we thought that, with Saraya being in the mix, that, she would have won.
my. I guess my. So where you want to kick things off at with this Revolution recap?
I guess we could just go down the line.
All
Yeah,
right.
we could
Well,
just
it started with uh Ricky Starks versus Chris Jericho.
uh-huh. Um yeah, definitely saw Ricky Starks winning.
hmm
It was a
I
good
thought that there was
match.
going to be I thought there was going to be some kind of interference,
Yeah.
but there wasn't. But yeah, it was a
Well,
good
it
match.
was, but it wasn't.
Yeah,
The interference got deterred. So, I mean, it was
yeah.
good. It was a good match though.
I know I picked Ricky Starks to win that because I said it's pointless for them to uh put all this
Keep
stock into
having
Ricky Starks and then have him lose to
yeah.
Chris Jericho when Chris Jericho doesn't need this win. He's still going to be
Mhm.
Jericho. He's still got the JES. They could do mad things with it. So
Yeah.
and as you see, his next feud is going to be with a returning Juice Robinson. So he's
Yeah,
feuding with the
Ricky
Bullet Club
Starks.
now.
Mhm. Yep.
hmm
So that's to see how that's gonna go because you know, um, based upon how everything is going in New Japan, it seems like Bullet Club wants to make more of a mainstream presence.
Yeah, yeah. They do, and because and matter of fact, they just won the tag titles on Impact.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Bay,
Again. Yep.
and Kenta, I think it is, or I forgot who the other dude is that be tagging with them in Impact.
Yeah.
And funny enough, Jay White's the one that recruited Chris Bay,
Mm-hmm.
and there's no more Jay White. I think
Nope.
I was actually having this conversation with someone, and and they were saying Bullet Club is probably going to be one of those factions that never goes away.
Yeah. It
There's
really
been
is.
so many, so many
It's been
iterations of
so
it.
many, yeah, and it's so many like new people at it with their different kind of, I guess you could say, Bullet Club appeal, because um the Bullet Club in Impact is kind of different than the Bullet Club in New Japan, but it's still Bullet Club. He
Yeah,
calls
see,
himself he calls it the Finesse Club.
mm,
Yeah, but it's still Bullet Club. You get what I'm saying?
mm, I think I like it
Yeah,
because it's kind of. I feel like with the Bullet Club, at least the Japan version, is what the Bloodline, or not necessarily the Bloodline, but at least what the BCC could be.
yeah,
Bloodline,
facts.
because well, honestly, it's so many damn Samoans. The Bloodline could continue if they bring them in, but
Literally, the bloodline could. The only reason why I think that they're the bloodline and not the Samoan dynasty is because they're using the Samoan dynasty in the Indies.
mm-hmm,
I feel like if they start recruiting more people and they become like very big and dominant, then yeah, we could see them on. I wouldn't say the same level as the Bullet Club, but I could see them competing with the likes of NWO.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like the NWO had a chance to be like this if they just did it right. If they
yeah.
had switched it out and started having different
Well,
members
I
become
feel like,
leader and
yeah,
but
I feel
they
like,
did it in a trash way.
yeah, I feel like that the NWO. I feel like that the NWO started it, and the Bullet Club just did it better.
Nah, that's true. That's
It's cool.
true.
Don't worry
Yeah.
about it. I figured it out.
What? I sent you the invite.
No, the heck you didn't.
Yes, I did. Oh well, what shit? You
You-
here? So oh, so I was telling JD that there were two major things that I took away from the AEW Revolution pay per view, and I wanted to see if you could guess what they were.
Okay, what's up?
Yes,
With the
with
say
the
that one
A,
more time.
there were two big things that I took away from the AEW Revolution pay per view. JD gave his guesses. He was close on one of them, but he didn't get them. So it's just two things. But I'll see if you can get close or guess what they are.
Two things.
And I don't know if you've been watching the show because you might already know the answers.
Honestly, I haven't watched it like last week. And the pay-per-view was Sunday, so I was kind of recovering Sunday night, so I didn't get a chance to check it. But I would probably say, what is one of them what we talked about when we talked about Moxley?
He's involved.
I don't know, fool.
All right. So the two things were that Moxley and Danielson tapped out in the same night.
Okay.
And then the other one was outside of the House of Black, every winner from the pay-per-view was an AEW original. And I was saying how we always talked about how WWE was coming in there and running roughshod and winning their titles and doing everything, but this night, all the AEW folks was winning them.
So we were saying is that it seemed like AEW is giving titles to ex WWE stars,
which they were.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what the point was. Is that they were?
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like they were giving title shots to all ex WWE personnel instead of the members of AEW, which that serves its purpose. And you're correct. Most of them, majority of them won.
I think you got to think about the ex-WWE
80%.
wrestlers and stuff. That one of the reasons why they left WWE is because of the lack of opportunities to win championships. So,
what was the biggest thing MJF said in his speech where he told Tony Khan to fire him? was about WWE people getting precedent over the people that helped build the company.
I mean, low key, he had a point, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know. It was just some things that I noticed. But we just running down the matches right now. We just spoke about Jericho and Starks, how Starks won, which we pretty much believed he would.
yeah.
The next match is and I didn't realize. I forgot to say this in the prediction video, and I didn't realize what type of match it was. But it was Christian Cage versus Jungle Boy Jack Perry, and it was a damn casket buried alive match.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing, that match wasn't made until Wednesday before.
Yeah, you pretty much knew it was going to be made, but it wasn't official yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I was looking, I was like, damn, I forgot Christian and Jungle Boy.
They
That shit.
And I'm talking about
the Undertaker or Kane. So
I know they can't call it that. I forgot what they called it, but they can't. They're not allowed to call it a casket match or buried alive.
yeah, it was something to the grave match. Yeah, it was like buried in the grave match or something like that.
But that was crazy though, because
that
Jungle
Concerto?
Boy. Yes. Oh my god.
God.
And Jungle Boy, see, I had
Christian's head off.
Jungle Boy definitely going to be a future TNT champion, possibly world champion one day. But I like that they finally got this Christian feud over with because it's been going on for so long because Christian been hurt.
Do y'all think it's time for Christian to hang it up?
Yeah.
Maybe from in-ring competition, but he could still go a little bit.
I think it's time.
I wouldn't mind him staying around as like a managerial role, like he kind of was doing with I'm about to say Luchasaurus. Kind of Luchasaurus with Jungle Express.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Or Jurassic Express.
The match was called The Final Burial.
Okay.
AKA
which the title. Yeah, the title itself though was more so like this is the end of the feud.
It needed to be.
Yeah.
I like this. Overall, I like this pay-per-view. A lot of the matches, a lot of the winners made sense. I give this pretty much, this is an A pay-per-view for me. One of the best they put on it in a long time. But
yeah,
after that, I'm gonna be skipping around here. TNT Championship, Wardlow versus Samoa Joe. What y'all think about that? Wardlow with the win.
I mean, it kind of fits. Samoa Joe doesn't need 2 titles.
And especially with ROH starting a new show.
Exactly.
He's got to be over. He's gonna be over there.
I don't even know why Samoa Joe was even like in the title match anyway. Like it didn't make sense. So
that match. So
like,
let me ask, are depending on the type of finisher, how do you guys still feel about you using your opponent's finisher to beat them?
I don't mind it. It depends on. I think it depends on what stage of the feud you're in.
To me, it doesn't happen.
I feel like it depends on I feel like it depends on the move set. Like certain finishers should not be used. Certain finishers should not be used. Like should be stolen and used against me personally. Like
how would you feel if you saw Roman use the crossroads on Cody?
Yeah, I don't. No, it didn't fit. I'm sorry.
I don't think he will win. I don't think he will win the match off of that though. I'm just saying it just depends on the match. It depends on the person.
No, because like when you look at it holistically, like that move, all it is a variation of a spinning neck break with a DDT. You get what I'm saying? And it was like, what's his name used it? Damian Priest was using the crossroads and he had to stop because that's Cody's finisher.
Yeah.
Basically, what I'm trying to get to is that
you know how pissed I would be if I had to give up my finisher because somebody else came in. You know how mad I'd be. It's 1,000 people doing spears out here. I gotta change.
Wardlow made Samoa Joe pass out. He used the
oh yeah, that's another one. Choke. So 2 tap outs and a pass out.
Yeah. So He used Samoa Joe's put you to sleep, whatever he calls his move. I don't know. What does he call his move?
I
I
don't
thought it
even
was
know.
the coquina clutch or something like that.
Something like that. Shit. I don't know. But yeah,
Oh yeah,
that's how
that's
he
what
beat
Samoa.
him.
Yeah, Samoa Joe's move. That's what he used to call it in WWE.
Yeah.
But shit, now you see if you watched Dynamite, you see Powerhouse Hobbs and already won the TNT title from Warlow already,
Yep.
which I
Because
like. I like that too because
because
Warlow.
like I said, it just didn't
Yeah.
make sense for Samoa Joe to hold on to the title. But I mean, somebody else beating Warlow, I get it. I'm with it.
Well, it's good because they're trying to push Powerhouse Hobbs.
Yeah.
It's about time because I actually enjoyed his feud with Ricky Starks when Team Taz broke up. I actually enjoyed that feud.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad that he's doing it. And then it gives Wardlow somebody fresh to go against because I think Wardlow's better at chasing the title right now, at least based off his first run as TNT champion. He's better in a pursuing role
Yeah.
than he is in a champion role as of right now.
Yeah.
All right. Then we got go ahead.
Oh, I was about to say, now with him losing the TNT title and a certain somebody still retaining, I can see them bringing back that kind of history with feud.
With who?
Warlow and MJF.
Mm.
Okay, we're gonna get to MJF.
Do you think Warlow
Yeah.
is AEW championship material right now?
He's over.
You think so?
Yeah, he's over.
He's over, and it would make sense just because of the way that their feud ended. Because the last time they fought, he powerbombed MJF like 30 times and beat him.
Yeah.
So
So I
MJF
feel like
would have won his get back.
I feel like he's over. He's over enough to challenge for it. Winning
and have people care about it. Yeah. He's over enough to give a damn about the feud. So that's nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing's worse than when you have a challenger and nobody cares about him.
Oh yeah, like Cowboy.
Hey, we gonna talk about Cowboy. Shit. Or shit. Hence the background in JD. In JD's background, talking about people not giving a damn. But let's go to the trios titles. The Elite versus the House of Black.
Probably
you see Julia Hart. See Julia Hart take that damn V trigger.
Oh yeah. That was, to me, that was my favorite match of the night.
Oh, the trios championship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jay, have you watched the highlights of any of these matches?
It was a lot going on.
I saw a couple of the matches. I saw bits and pieces of the trios match. I mainly just went back to look to see what happened with MJF. I was really hoping he was going to lose, but that's on a whole nother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know you did. But I'm glad that the House of Black got it because maybe everybody was making a big deal about House of Black breaking up.
I was about to say, leaving. The rumor was that they were going to break up. So
yeah, and then Malachi was leaving and going back to WWE. Then he shut that down, but we still didn't see him on TV.
Yep.
And then it was just a lot going on. So I'm glad that they finally did it because the Elite, they really don't need those championships.
No.
They won them back after the suspension. So all right, I'm ready for shit. I'm ready for them to start going after their specific titles again. Like Young Bucks go for the tags and Kenny go for some solo titles. Like I'm ready for that again. I'm tired. The trios is cool.
Them winning titles.
Huh? What you say?
So I can't over them winning titles.
I was about to say I'm over them winning titles too.
I said I'm ready for them to start challenging again for just fighting regular tag team matches again. I don't want to see them as a trio every time I see them. Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
I don't necessarily want to see them winning. There's mad tag teams out here. But shit. Speaking of tag titles, you see FTR came back after the Gun Club won. shit, FTR literally just had
Yep.
six different championships. They about to challenge again.
Yeah.
And they're another one that everybody
Yeah.
thought was leaving
And
when they dropped all them belts.
well, yeah, come to find out, they signed a lucrative extended contract.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Yeah,
rumor
so
was like they had a meeting, they had a conversation with Triple H. Triple H said, "I would love to have you back, but do what makes you happy."
yeah, because I'm sitting here like I'm glad they stayed.
I'm about to say I'm kind of glad that they stayed too, because honestly, let's be honest about WWE and their tag team division is
I
suck.
mean, shit, talk about it.
It's freaking
Yeah,
awful.
and then the fact that how they did them, like they made them into jobbers
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
with
So
the
they
it.
would have just been
Remember
back
with
there doing
powder
this.
and stuff like that. So yeah,
I mean,
Like,
we ain't talking about WWE right now. So all right, go ahead.
all right. So yeah, so I'm interested in that feud. That should be good. Let's go to the women's AEW championship match. We had Saraya versus Ruby Soho versus Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter picked up the win, but then an interesting development at the end of the match. Everybody thought that Ruby was going to side with Jamie and Britt. She turned her back on them, and she has now joined the heel stable with Saraya and Toni Storm.
it fits her.
I think it's a good fit. It's just that it kind of sucks because now I feel like she's gonna take a back seat to
Yep.
Saraya.
Actually, it seems like she, I get what you're saying, but it seems like she's probably going to be taking more of the leadership role.
I don't know. We'll see. I want to. It's going to be interesting to me to see like what's going to happen. But
yeah,
I like it. Well, you know, your girl Saraya / Paige, she like putting female groups together. She did
she
PCB.
yeah,
She did
Yep.
the Kabuki Warriors. She
Yep.
did Absolution.
Mhm.
And now she's got this one. So this is her fourth group that she did. So she likes factions clearly.
yeah.
Yep.
But I like this because I'm glad that Jamie retained her title. Her and Britta are faces like hell right now. I still think that she got a lot more to do. I'm just
Yeah,
trying to figure out. Go
it's
ahead.
only a little bit of time before Brie turns heel.
Yeah, because right now she's all like Jamie's the best female wrestler in the world, and they coming out the face pops, and she's actually showing up as her backup now, as opposed to trying to steal the spotlight like she was earlier. It's eventually going to flip, but just waiting on the other shoe to drop. Let me see.
At this point now, okay, there's nobody else to challenge for the women's AEW championship. All right, they got to make a move with Jade.
No word on when Thunder Rosa's coming back, so they can finish that up.
Yeah, they got to make a move with Jade, man. At this point, man, I'd rather see Jade. I'd rather see her have the TBS and the AEW Women's Championship. At least to me, that'd make it a little bit more interesting.
I got a question for y'all. What you think? So you know, Forbidden Door 2 is coming up. Now, with that being said, we could see a Miss Mercedes pop up at Forbidden Door 2 to answer an open challenge by one of the champions.
It's a possibility.
Because I think she's down. She's down to. I think she's down to come to AEW. So
I just need to figure out what the hell Naomi doing. All right, I need Naomi to make some type of statement. Do you come back to WWE, or are you going to AEW?
That's who enters the open challenge.
Yeah.
Now that's who. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's who I think will answer the open challenge.
We can hear you on that mic sucking wind.
Because low-key under the radar. You said what? What did you say?
Hey, he didn't catch that. I said we can hear you on the mic sucking wind.
Oh man. That was funny. But go ahead. You said which one would you rather see
No,
Naomi
but I
go
was
after?
saying,
TNT?
yeah,
I mean, I'm sorry, TBS.
Yeah, I'd rather her come
yeah,
back and win the
TBS,
TBS championship. Yeah, I think that'd be perfect.
yeah,
Because
because she's training with Mercedes.
Yeah,
I would say because what's the name? AEW doesn't have a women's tag team championship yet, do they?
nope. And they need to
Not
hurry up
yet.
and put that together.
Does ROH have a women's tag team championship?
I don't think so.
Because ROH got a few titles. Like I knew about the trios title from ROH. Because they used to have, because they had one back in the day. But okay, let me see. Before I get to the two big ones, is there any other match that we haven't talked about? I don't think so.
I mean, you didn't go into detail, but you did state about the tag team championships.
Okay, we did talk about those. All right, let's get to the Texas Death Match. Hangman Adam Page versus John Moxley.
Yeah, it just looked like two vampires in
Moxley.
damn ring.
Moxley hanging over the ropes like this.
They try so hard. They try so hard to like build up Hangman, and I feel like everything that they do is just a disappointment.
Right? You didn't enjoy this feud? I'm starting to feel like it don't matter what kind of feud he in, you ain't never gonna like it.
It's not. I don't know what it is. Okay, all right. I don't know what it is about Adam Page. I mean, I said Adam Page.
That's his name.
Oh yeah, Adam Page. Why am I thinking of
Hangman Adam Page?
I'm thinking about Adam Cole.
You thinking of Adam Cole?
Yeah. Okay.
Hangman
anyway,
Adam Page.
I'm gonna just say Hangman because every time I say Adam Page, Adam Cole's face pops up in my head. But anyway, I don't know what it is about Hangman that I'm just not feeling. Like I'm not feeling.
Is it his character? You think he needs a character change? Maybe
that's it. The whole cowboy thing, and I don't know. I'm not feeling it. When he was AEW champion,
he needs to pull the trigger and join the Dark Order. Go ahead and pull that trigger.
I kind of feel like
he was already affiliated, but they I don't know, the Dark Order.
I kind of feel like I like him better if he was heel, honestly.
That's what it is, because the Dark Order isn't heels anymore.
I think that's what it is. I think I would like him better if he was heel. Right. I think the face, the good old boy act and everything that he's doing, it just doesn't really work.
Hold on, didn't they flirt with the idea of him joining the House of Black? Am I tripping?
I don't know.
Am I tripping? Because I actually think that would be kind of dope if he did.
They've been keeping him neutral. Everything that goes on, they just keep him neutral. Like he's neutral.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, because to me, it's like with Mox, you never know who you're gonna get. You know what I mean? You don't know if you're gonna get good guy, bad guy, crazy Mox. You know what I'm saying? Like we all know
he's trending heel.
Yeah, I'm just saying. He's gonna bleed. Some way, somehow, he gonna bust himself open.
First 30 seconds.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, at least you get different aspects with him. I just feel like Hangman is just flat. It's the same thing.
But as far as the match goes, I think the match was good. Like it was a solid match. It gave you everything that you would expect in the type of match that it was. It gave you everything you expected.
Okay, I give you that.
So I can
that it was. I agree with that. Yes.
Yeah, I can say for the 5th rendition of the Texas Death Match, this probably was the best.
Version 5, you said?
Yeah.
And Hangman's a bunch of them because he had one with Adam Cole.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
For the AEW championship.
They're
always
him so hard, and it's not working for me.
It's starting to become this specialty match.
Because he's a cowboy. And so it seems like it always has to be for him to end a feud, a Texas Death Match or a lariat match.
Well, that's how they try to get certain matches over and make those signature type of matches for people. Like for the longest time, Undertaker's was Buried Alive and shit like that.
Yeah,
his is a Texas Death Match or something cowboy related.
Well, at least Undertaker got buried.
Yeah, Hangman ain't lost one of them yet.
Yeah.
Undertaker lost majority of his Buried Alive matches.
Yeah, but if you look at real quick, just I know a side note, but if you look at majority of Undertaker's losses in his Buried Alive match is due to interference.
It is.
I think there's only like maybe 2 that he might have lost straight up, but the rest of them
Yeah.
has been due. In majority of the time, the interference comes from like a betrayal, like Kane betraying him or somebody else betraying him that's close to him or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
All right, and then let's get to our main event. MJF versus Bryan Danielson, 60-man Iron Man match, which concluded in a draw. And then they said, nope, we're going to go one more fall. And then MJF ends up pulling out the victory. He did have some help. He used the fire hydrant or whatever and smacked Danielson in the head.
It was an oxygen machine.
Oxygen tank. But at the end of the day, he did tap out Bryan Danielson. We ain't seen Danielson tap out in shit. I don't know when the last time Danielson tapped out.
I don't think he's ever tapped out. This might be the first time, right?
Yeah, I don't remember. Same thing with Mox. I don't remember the last time Mox tapped out. But Danielson. At this match, to me, this was a A+ match.
Okay. The match was good. I'm just come on, man. Like this is starting to get out of hand with Danielson, man. One, these damn Iron Man matches with him. These damn 60-minute matches. This is what, like his 5th fucking 60 day. I'm sorry. Look, listen.
Hey, man. He's the new Kurt Angle. He's a wrestling machine.
These back-to-back, always some type of Iron Man match with him. Okay. This is now what, the third or fourth match that had a draw involving him where they couldn't determine a winner. It's the same thing over and over and over and over.
But this one was different because it went to sudden death.
Okay, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, was the match good? Yes, the match was great, but just the way that it ended,
it's starting to look like Danielson. I mean, to be fair, Danielson did say when he first came to AEW, he just wanted to put on great matches and pretty much put people over. And that's what he's been doing. Putting on great matches and putting people over.
I think the ending was good because he still tried to fight out of it, and then it was to the point that he couldn't anymore. So,
and I'm glad they didn't do a cop out and have him pass out. I'm glad they didn't pass out. Yeah, like that's always a cop out to me. Like they're too scared to have their big stars tap out. They do this in WWE all the time. They don't want their big stars to tap out unless you're a heel. They never want their faces to tap.
True.
I don't know. I just
my question
before you go. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think we were about to say the same thing, and it had to do with the after-match promo that he did.
I wasn't gonna get there yet. What I was gonna say is, can y'all finally admit that MJF can actually wrestle? Because y'all was trying to play me like I was talking wild when I said
I never said he could wrestle.
MJF could go.
I don't remember. No, he ain't no goat. He ain't no goat.
I said that he could go. Go.
I thought you said that he was the goat. I was going to say, yo, you tripping?
Nah, not yet.
Y'all
was comparing him to Miz skill wise as far as a wrestler.
He is.
He is.
He is.
No, he better than the Miz. He better than the Miz, bro. He better than the Miz.
Okay. The Miz can wrestle though.
But MJF can wrestle better.
Okay.
When's the last time Miz has ever put on? Even his matches with Danielson were never this technical.
Last WrestleMania.
The Miz's.
2 WrestleManias ago, or was it last WrestleMania?
It wasn't like
you
this.
talking about with Logan Paul?
Nah, I'm talking about when he wrestled Daniel Bryan, the matches that he had with him. Their direct matches against him.
That was some of the Miz's best matches because he actually had to go he actually had to wrestle.
Just that's like saying, I could put up 30 points a game, but the other dude put up 40. Yeah, it was a great game by him, but his was better.
That's exactly what it is.
So you saying that the Miz 2 WrestleManias ago when he fought, even though it was Shane McMahon, that was a great ass match by the Miz. So I'm saying like MJF, they're kind of they're on par. I can't say that MJF is a better wrestler. Look how long he's been wrestling. The Miz has been wrestling for over a decade to the point that he doesn't even have to go all out right now. Now,
So
if
you
you're
think just
saying that
because you've been doing it longer,
pause,
that means you're automatically
hold
gonna be
on.
better?
Now, if you're saying that at the same age, is MJF a better wrestler at 24 than the Miz was at 24? Absolutely.
Yeah, but
Overall,
okay. All right, hold on. Let me interject in that because you got it. This is apples and oranges, right? MJF been training to be a wrestler since he was what? How old? Like in his teens, right? I mean, he's been doing the indie stuff and then came over to AEW, whatever.
he was
Right?
in WWE. He just couldn't make the cut.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah,
the
he was a
Miz,
fake security guard.
the Miz came from what?
Tough enough.
Reality TV.
Yeah.
Tough enough to WWE. The Miz was green, like beyond green when he started wrestling. So I can't really compare him on that level. You know what I'm saying? But what I would say is that plus the Miz was wrestling in a different time than what MJF is wrestling now, right? If the Miz was starting off now, like MJF was, I would probably say, yeah, maybe MJF is a little bit better when it comes down to wrestling. You know what I'm saying? But if MJF was starting off wrestling like back when the Miz was starting off, I would probably say that the Miz was better. I'm just saying, it's just about the time. You know what I'm saying? But if I could think of one person that MJF reminds me of, there's only one person. He doesn't remind me of nobody else but the Miz. I'm sorry. I have to say that.
I honestly don't. Honestly, I don't get it. I know CM Punk said that shit, but I still don't get it. but anyway,
He's like a Tennessee Junior.
You said Ted DiBiase? What did you say?
Yeah, Ted DiBiase Jr.
Ooh, MJF? Oh wow. Okay.
But back to what JD was saying, that after that post-match interview at the Scrum, he was taking shots at Roman, everything. Said he don't need a group. Said he don't need nobody to talk for him. He was taking shots at everybody. He was taking shots at CM Punk, eating the pickles. Taking a shot at CM Punk eating the pickles. Talking about how good they were.
He's corny.
That was all Tony Khan. That was all the hating ass Tony Khan that was saying.
Corny works. Wrestling is corny. The fuck?
MJF cannot take shots at Roman Reigns. Let's make sure that we're clear, okay? If we're comparing MJF where he's at to where Roman is, look, you can't even see my hand inside the frame, okay? MJF is not on the same level as Roman, nor will he be anytime soon. Because could he be? Yeah, he could be one day, but as of right now, no. Years off.
I think that he's the second best heel in wrestling.
In wrestling or in AEW?
MJF's the second best heel in wrestling. If Roman is first, who's better? Who's a better heel right now? As far as the way he gets heat, the promos that he does, the way that he gets reactions.
No, I agree.
Now, look at y'all.
Yes.
Look at Jay. You can't even see Jay.
Yeah, I agree.
That's why I would say he's the second best heel in wrestling.
Right now.
Jay probably gonna give me, right now. Roman's clearly number one, but I would say MJF's number two. Hey, Who the hell is Jay gonna say? Fucking Logan Paul? Like, who you about to say? Some off the wall name?
Just remember when it comes to these, you have to be specific. Wrestling right as of now.
I'm sorry.
Yes, today, 2023, fucking May 9th.
I'm just saying
March 9th.
when you say he's the second best heel in wrestling, it sounds like you're saying of all time. That's where JB comes in.
When I speak, I'm talking about today, the day that we're speaking. I'm not doing all these. I'm not talking about all time. I would specify all time. I'm talking about right now. Roman's not the greatest heel of all time. So how can MJF be number 2 of all time?
No, he's top 5.
But he's not number 1.
He's top 5.
Shit.
Jay, he is number 2
I'm about to
heel
say,
in wrestling
I
right
want to
now.
see. I want you to give me a better name. The second best heel in wrestling today, outside of the best heel outside of Roman. Who's the best heel in wrestling outside of Roman today?
You gonna say the Miz?
No, I know he is. I know he is. You're trying to piss me off.
Hold on, he might even piss himself off by saying Chris Jericho.
No.
It'll all be worth it if he says that.
All right, listen. All right. You almost had me log off for a second because, like JD said, you said the second best heel in wrestling. I thought you meant like ever. Okay.
I don't know why y'all keep thinking that.
I didn't. I knew what you meant. I had to clarify for Jay.
It's your delivery. It's your delivery. Okay.
You know we always do this.
Now,
Like,
if you're
Jesus Christ.
saying today, as of right now, as much as I hate saying this, okay, I can give you that one. I can give you that one.
And the only reason I even brought it up was because you said that MJF can't take shots at Roman, and I don't believe that's true. If you're the best heel in the second most talked about company, second best company. I was trying to figure out the way to say it. The second best company, and you're the main heel, top guy over there. Then yeah, you can take shots at the number one dude. Fuck him. I would take shots too.
First of all,
all right. He is the current AEW champion.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say that as him being the number one person in AEW, okay, yeah, he could take, in that reference, yes, he could take shots at Roman, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's still tough for me to say he's the second best heel, man.
This is the thing. I don't feel okay. I agree that he's the second best heel. I don't agree that he has the right to take shots at Roman Reigns because Roman Reigns doesn't necessarily need a group because he was doing this shit before he had a group. He just brought the group to him. He could have been at the same level with just Paul Heyman.
But let's be honest.
I mean, that's true, but this is wrestling. You can't take it so literal.
I know, but what I'm saying is that the whole bloodline storyline, okay, is probably one of the best, and I'm gonna say all-time wrestling in a very long time. Okay. I'm talking about like segments from start to finish, right? From when Roman came back and announced that he was in remission and then he left and for that very short bit of time. And then when he finally came back as a heel, what was it, 3 years ago or so? And immediately won the championship and's been on a run ever since. There has not been a segment like this since. I mean, he feuded with his cousins, you know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, with damn near everybody in the company and beat them all. So I don't know. I kind of agree with JD. I don't really see like MJF being able. MJF's biggest highlight of his career was getting suspended and calling Tony Khan out. Do you know what I'm saying? And honestly, I mean, whether it was for cameras or wasn't for cameras, I don't know. But I mean, if it wasn't for that, I don't think MJF would even be in the title picture if it wasn't for that suspension and that whole segment that went down, that one little segment.
Hey, man. Gotta get it.
No, I agree with you. I'm just saying, like,
I would definitely love to see Roman come back after WrestleMania and talk about his makeshift 4 horsemen failing with Pinnacle.
Yeah. Take shots. That's what makes wrestling interesting.
I know, but I'm just saying, think about it. There's nobody that you can put with MJF that will have a storyline that would last for 3+ years.
Well, right now, MJF's character doesn't allow that because he has proven that even if he is rocking with you, he's eventually going to turn on you. So
I mean, I'm just saying,
no point.
Just a scenario
like
like if they threw somebody with him, there ain't nobody.
Because and then honestly, I think the bloodline, even though I think Roman would have still been the number one heel without the bloodline has definitely helped him in that because of the story that goes along with it. So that's
No,
definitely helped him as
it
well.
makes sense. I mean, because you start the
Yeah.
feud off, the like Roman is very like his first important feud was against Jey Uso.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, like if we're going to shift in that direction, which we will soon, I feel like it's going to end in Jey Uso.
Oh yeah, we definitely gonna talk
I
about
don't,
that.
I don't think so, man. I don't
Ah,
think so.
we will get there, and I'm gonna tell you
Okay.
why.
But I will say that the bloodline has helped Roman not be stale. As much as I
Yeah,
love MJF, his shtick can get a little stale at times.
so my next
I
thing
will
is
say that.
how long do you see this going on
I
with
don't see it
MJF
being
as
that
a
much
champion?
longer. I see MJF dropping
I
that
think
title.
it I think it depends because if the rumors, like y'all were saying, are true that CM Punk is coming back, they're definitely gonna have that feud, and MJF's probably gonna win that. Um, I'm not really sure if
Honestly, I see the next champion being Adam Cole.
he could do that because Adam Cole is, but he needs to get a few matches under his belt before he just
He
goes straight for the
will,
title. I
but
believe.
he's a face. Honestly like just looking at
I
their
wouldn't mind
roster
that they
right
ran
now.
the. I wouldn't mind if they ran the Ricky Starks feud back.
I think Danielson is going to get another title match, and he's going to win the second one.
Well, did you see what he said? Did you see
No,
his post match promo?
yeah,
His post match promo pretty much saying that he's done wrestling now.
you think so?
He said it's time to go home.
That's his
But that
wife.
was the whole point. That was the whole point of a lot of the crux of the feud was MJF getting on Danielson, pretty much getting on him saying he's Tom Brady, saying that you picking your career over your family, and I hate you for that, and stuff like that. So that ties into it.
And then Danielson at one point during the match, like he couldn't even feel his fingers.
Mm.
Yeah,
Danielson, he gives you the impression that he's willing to die in the ring.
Facts.
And the crazy
All
thing
facts.
is, in MJF, even though he was a dick about it, he pretty much was saying, "You're an idiot. You're gonna die. You're gonna kill yourself in the ring for what?"
Yeah.
So I'm
So
curious to
it
see
could
what
be 2 points
happens.
to
But
this. It could be 2 points to Brian Danielson. It could be the point of I'm going home to stop wrestling, or I'm going home to a protected company, which my career probably can be saved and salvaged without me facing another injury.
I still think he's gonna. I still think he's going to do some Japan work before. If he does decide to go back to WWE, I think it's going to be
Ooh,
after he does some Japan work.
Daniel Bryan,
Danielson,
he ain't coming back.
Danielson, yeah.
He go back. If
I don't think he's
anything,
going back. I don't think he's going back either. But if I'm
if
going by what JD is saying, I think it will be after he got some Japan matches in.
I was about to say, if he is on the road to retirement, like a lot of people are, expecting, I can see him doing a couple of, New Japan matches, doing those dream matches with some of those wrestlers that he never got to really have a match with that he maybe always wanted to, and then that's it. But I don't see him going back to WWE where, I mean, half the people in the roster right now, they ain't doing shit with. He's just going to be another one. So
He'll go back for 2024 Hall of Fame induction.
yeah, I mean, will he ever have one more match in WWE? I think he could do one more match, but
Yeah.
Probably show up in a Royal Rumble or something.
yeah, he would show up at like a WrestleMania and do like a WrestleMania match or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
SummerSlam.
Goldberg or something. You know what I'm saying?
SummerSlam.
Whatever. But I'm just saying, like,
All right.
just like
Well,
Goldberg
shit.
bitching about, y'all see Goldberg bitching talking about that WWE
Oh,
owed
man.
him a retirement match. Get the fuck
First
out.
off, I was
They
over
did
him
what?
when he was talking.
They owe him a
Go
retirement
ahead.
match.
Yeah.
He wants one more match, and he wants it to be a retirement match. And he's saying WWE owes him a retirement match.
I was over Goldberg when he was talking shit about Rihanna, so I was over Goldberg after that.
I mean, there's.
I don't
I
know
don't
why
feel
he's
like
trying to
there's.
wrestle so hard. He doesn't need to wrestle anymore. And
No,
honestly,
I don't feel like there's. Okay, you want somebody to bury his ass? Have Braun Breaker bury him. They wrestle just alike.
or honestly, if you really want to get one more shit, let him wrestle with his damn son.
Oh yeah.
His son's been wrestling, has he not? I could have sworn I thought his son was
Yeah,
training.
his son was training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
what was Goldberg's last match in WWE so far?
wasn't it that awful crown jewel match or Saudi Arabia match?
Was it against Roman?
Yeah.
No,
I
he
could have
fight.
sworn. Yeah,
Roman. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Spear versus Spear. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Goldberg got gassed out, or was it him versus Lashley? I can't remember.
No, it was him versus Lashley.
I knew it
Him
was
versus
just,
Lashley.
somebody where they were just spearing each other back and
Yeah,
forth.
matter of fact, we watched it at your house, Jay.
Remember he speared him off the stage.
Yeah, it was in Saudi Arabia though, wasn't it?
Yeah, Goldberg speared Lashley off the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now that we done got to our WWE talk, JD, go ahead and lead us in that, bro.
So
Where you want to start?
What we all have been waiting for.
The return of Cena.
The return of Cena, which was abruptly and quickly interrupted by Austin Theory, like we already knew it was going to happen, because like WWE loves to do, they don't like to hide shit. Basically, we knew that it was going to be a WrestleMania match. Well, what I can say is, Trey, you made a valid point. John Cena will bury you and put you over in the same segment.
They will.
Cause oh my gosh, like, but how true did he make it though? If you win, that's the end of your career.
Yeah,
If you
can't win for losing.
If you lose, that's the end of you. If you win, that's the end of you. I'm just like,
he said, "It's the end of you because after you win, I won't be here. I won't be here to for you to lean on and shit like that."
So, but that made me think. I was like, damn, John Cena's a cancer. Because whether you lose to him or beat him, then your career is almost. And what made it worse is that you put over Cody at the end of your segment.
There's no freaking way in hell that John Cena should win this match, right?
No way in hell. It makes absolutely no sense.
I low key feel like he's gonna win this goddamn match.
Do you think that they're over the Theory experiment?
No, I think hell no.
I think
that's the point of him fighting Cena.
I don't think so, but I think that him losing to Cena kind of helps him, right? It pushes him off as a better heel, bitter because he lost the championship. And depending on what happens after, we know Cody's beating Roman. So depending on what happens with Cody and Roman and stuff, I don't know, man. I could see Theory being a viable challenger this fast. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, think about it. Cena did the same thing with Roman.
Yeah,
I'm only here because you can't do your job. It's called a promo. Learn how to do it. All this other stuff. Yeah. Buried him hard as shit in their first promo together. Same way he just did Theory. What happened? Roman eventually beat him. He beat him. I think Theory's gonna be the same way. He even referenced him saying, "There's a sign in the crowd. Austin Theory is a John Cena knockoff." Like, just going crazy on him.
Saying that you remind me of the Ruthless Aggression version. You have that. So when he got me fired. When he said that, I was like, okay, Theory's gonna come out in the John Cena gear from the Ruthless Aggression when he came out when he faced Kurt Angle. That's gonna be Austin Theory's gear.
I think Austin Theory is going to come out dressed as Thugonomics John Cena at WrestleMania. I really do.
He has to do the Ruthless Aggression one.
Oh, the prototype.
No, because the Ruthless Aggression one was the one with the wrestling shorts on. That didn't last long.
I know that, but they're saying like he has that. That's what he's presenting, that version of John Cena.
No. I get what they're saying. I understand what they're saying. But when you look at the pictures and everything that's been posted up by WWE, it's not the Ruthless Aggression John Cena. It's the Doctor of Thugonomics.
Yeah, it's the
thing that they've been copying and all of these promos and pictures and stuff online. So I think that if I was WWE and I really want to sell this, because John Cena is known for having some of the best WrestleMania entrances, right? I mean, hell, there was one where he drove a Mustang through the plate glass. Remember, he had the dudes with Tommy guns going all around the ring and everything. Like, John Cena's had some great wrestling. I mean, there's a freaking, what, 40-minute, almost 40-minute video on YouTube with just John Cena's WrestleMania entrances, right? Why not let Theory kind of steal that from him? Give Theory,
because we've seen it already.
Nah, we haven't seen anybody like take a John Cena WrestleMania entrance and use it against him.
And they are in Hollywood, so it'd be perfect.
I mean, that's what I said. No, the Miz had his own entrance, like with the big awesome that came out. You know, that's when they really started going heavy on WrestleMania entrances. But I'm talking about taking one of John Cena's old WrestleMania entrances and then letting Theory use that for himself. That's
what you're talking about,
right? Because they're playing this big old role about Theory being the new age John Cena, right? That's what I kind of feel like. That's where the route that they're going. And then if they're having John Cena help get Theory over, then okay, y'all gonna take pictures with the old school belt. Y'all go full, go all the way with it. Do the WrestleMania entrance. You know what I'm saying? Have him come out with the jersey on, the throwback jersey on, and the jean shorts and everything. Like, he got to come out full John Cena.
Yeah, I definitely want to see him with the headband or the
that's what the chain,
the master lock,
come out
and the jersey,
the full Cena,
mm-hmm.
And then beat Cena in the ring. I mean, he don't have to beat him with his finisher or anything like that, but you know, beat him.
I mean, think about it. Think about when y'all remember when Kevin Owens first debuted?
Yeah.
And he brought the NXT championship with him and he beat Cena clean.
Yeah.
Cena low key tried to bury him in their first promo together. But
because you got to talk about, when you talk about some of the best people in the microphone when it comes down to promos, I mean, you have to put John Cena in the top 5, if not top 3, right? And then on top of that, it's hard for him to downplay his promos. He's just that good.
And he does them off the top.
Yeah, like John Cena has been good with his promos since he debuted. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to say, hey, we need you to go in there and downplay it. Like when he did with Roman, because I swear when he first did that promo with Roman, he was trying to downplay it as much as he could, but Roman kept fumbling on his lines. So John Cena was like, you know what, forget this. I'm gonna have to teach you a lesson.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's kind of hard.
Yeah, going for it, I think Theory. I think he's gonna win. Because I just don't see the benefit of John Cena winning the title. Like, for what?
I don't either, but I can kind of, I low key can kind of predict or see John Cena winning.
I mean, it's WWE, and now that Vince has his hands clearly back into the fold of things, anything can happen. But if John Cena wins this title, how long is he going to keep it? What's he going to do? Take it to a movie set with him?
The night after.
Like,
no, to the night after.
That will literally be the most pointless thing ever.
Because if he loses it the night after,
who is he going to lose it to?
Somebody moving up from NXT.
Yeah. We got mad people that's moving up from NXT. You got somebody that like Grayson Waller. He's getting ready to fight Johnny Gargano.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever is going to be, it's going to be a John Cena Open Challenge on the Monday after WrestleMania, and whoever answers that Open Challenge, whether it's somebody coming back that's been gone for a while, or somebody moving up, it's going to be somebody.
And you think we got Braun Breaker versus Carmelo Hayes. Whoever loses is moving up on the roster.
I could see Carmelo more losing.
I think
could you? Okay, and they've already been teasing Carmelo Hayes being part of
a new Hurt Business.
Well, you know, fans have been teasing him being part of the Hurt Business. So even
MVP, yeah.
Hey, just
so why not have Carmelo Hayes come up? Yeah.
Who's injured right
But
now that could make a comeback after WrestleMania?
there's only two: Randy Orton
Randy,
and AJ Styles.
yeah, Randy and AJ.
Well, I don't think it's gonna be AJ because I
And
don't think
Matt
AJ is
and
ready yet.
and
Riddle.
I don't think Matt Riddle's coming back anytime soon.
I don't think so either. He got a lot of shit going on right now that he got focused on. I mean, I think it could
Yeah.
be. Could it be Randy? But
Reunite the old feud one last time.
one last time.
Mm-hmm.
Think they would do it on a Raw?
Hell yeah, I would. The Monday Night Raws after WrestleMania are lit, right? There's supposed to be this big old
That's
mini
true.
pay-per-view in itself, and you can never know who's going to come
It's
back
the
or what's going
best.
to happen.
Right. This is the best Raw of the year.
Exactly. And how could you make it even better? Having John Cena win at WrestleMania and then turn around and losing the title on Monday Night Raw.
Because
Shit.
it's
Now,
at the same location.
How would you feel if he beat Theory, but then Theory answered the open challenge and beat Cena?
I would low key.
I wouldn't have a problem with that.
I wouldn't have a problem with that either.
Mm-hmm.
Low key. I mean, okay, so you got to think about it. They did this to Edge. Remember, Edge cashed in the Money in the Bank on John Cena and won. And then the very next night, or was it a week later? No, I think he held it for a week. I thought it was the very next night.
Mm-hmm.
It was the
Mm-hmm.
very next night on Monday Night Raw. John Cena beat Edge again and took his title back.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
it happened to Rey Mysterio.
yeah, Rey Mysterio won, and then that same night lost it to John Cena.
Shit, it happened to Kane. Won
Yeah.
the world championship and lost it the next night.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, there's
So
there's examples of it happening. It can happen.
It can happen, but I don't know. I think they're trying to ever since they everybody thought that he was buried and done after the failed Money in the Bank cash in for a secondary title. Everybody thought that it was over for him. They've clearly made it a point to make him like a main eventer or close to being one. And
yeah, I mean, he's a two-time champion already.
How else can you solidify that but beating the GOAT?
I think they really dropped the ball with the Money in the Bank with Theory. Okay. If you're going to have Theory, like the Money in the Bank winner, challenge for a mid-card title, why not just make 2 Money in the Bank matches? One for the WWE Championship and one for the mid-card, right? I don't like that move because now with Theory being the one to open that forbidden door, now that gives them the option of, you know what, we don't feel like you're WWE Championship material, so we're going to have you go for the United States Championship or the Intercontinental Championship.
Honestly,
it kind of dilutes it. It waters it down.
Honestly, I feel like that one. I feel like that this Money in the Bank was a one-off. One, you have Roman so dominant, right? And you have Austin Theory, who pretty much Vince McMahon just was handpicking. I'm just gonna just push you forward, right? But he wasn't at that level yet. They already knew he wasn't at that level, so they had to quickly pull a card to kind of save him and not make him look like one of the biggest failures. You get what I'm saying?
Also, I think so too, because you got to think about how long Roman has had these titles. There's been 2 other Money in the Bank winners who have failed to cash in the Money in the Bank championship, right? Well, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
One of them was The Miz, who cashed it in on Bobby Lashley, or not Bobby Lashley. Who was it?
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Lashley.
No, it was.
Because Bobby Lashley
Biggie.
helped.
Oh, it was on. I know he did it on Randy once.
Because Bobby Lashley helped The Miz win it, and then The Miz had to turn around and give Bobby Lashley a championship.
So who did he beat?
I can't remember who he won it.
Was it Randy again?
No, it wasn't Randy. Randy didn't have it at that time. Who did Bobby lose it to? Wasn't it Brock Lesnar?
Big E.
Nah,
Big E.
No, it wasn't Big E.
Nah.
I could have sworn it was like Brock or somebody like that.
Yeah,
anyway,
Brock. Look it up.
I think it was Brock Lesnar because he cut the deal with Bobby Lashley, and Bobby Lashley came in and speared him a bunch of times, and then the Miz came out and cashed in the Money in the Bank. It was somebody dominant like that. That's why he needed Bobby's help. I could have sworn it was Brock because Brock had just beat Kofi in like 5 seconds.
It was Drew McIntyre.
Oh, Drew McIntyre. Okay. All right.
It was Drew McIntyre. I know
forgetting-
damn well it wasn't no damn Brock Lesnar.
I keep forgetting Drew McIntyre was a champion. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, him and Lashley was feuding.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah,
I'm just
because it was really to determine who was gonna fight Roman at Survivor Series, or it
Yeah.
was like right after Survivor Series. Yeah.
All right,
Okay. So before we get off, the last segment is Jey Uso finally
Yes.
returns,
yes,
and he had. When I'm talking about Grammy nominated Oscar value performance by Jey Uso.
no, it wasn't. I saw it coming. I
First,
saw it.
the
still
dramatics
good.
though.
yeah, the
The
dramatics. was still good.
dramatics though. The
Him with
dramatics.
Everybody knew he-
interaction that he had with his brother was freaking fantastic.
Yes.
When they were in the ring
So
together.
when he hit him in his heart,
Yeah, when he was in the ring and he was like struggling and he hit him. Yeah, I that's when I knew that he was going to betray Sammy. But
yeah.
the interaction that he had with his brother is still what set it up. That was the best part of it because after that, I already knew it was coming. It was just a matter of when he was going to super kick him, right?
Well, I knew that he was gonna turn because he held up the ones.
True.
So when I seen him hug Sammy, I was like, he was like, I trust you. And he hugged Sammy, and I was like, oh shit, hold on. But then when he put up the ones, I was like, and he started moving back, I said, oh no, he's about to flip.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
Sammy
was so naive.
too,
Sammy was so naive to throw the ones up with him. Like,
yeah.
exactly. And then he was like, it's not too late, Jimmy. It's not too late. And I'm
But
talking
now
about
here's the perfect part about it because now we have the bloodline back together. We got the Usos back together. Okay. And with us having the Usos back together, now we just need that final push that brings Sammy and KO together.
Well, I'm
And
gonna tell you,
shit.
that's gonna be Cody's doing.
I can see
that's
I can
Cody's
see that
doing.
being Cody's doing. I can see
That's
that.
gonna be Cody's doing.
But it's
But
gonna
they
be
showing him talking. They were showing him talking to KO in the back.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's gonna come from the Usos and Solo jumping either Sammy or KO, and then I can see Cody coming in like, hey, y'all need to hash this shit and pull together. That's the only way that y'all gonna take out the bloodline.
Oh, Cody's gonna get jumped too.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that. I can see that being the bridge that brings them together.
Like,
Cody getting beat
He's
down.
like, boom. So we got how many? 3 weeks
3
until
weeks.
WrestleMania.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
this is gonna go from
April 1st is the first.
this
night.
is gonna go from Raw to SmackDown, SmackDown to Raw, Raw to SmackDown, SmackDown to Raw for
yeah.
the next 3 weeks. Cody's gonna come in. He's gonna help KO. He's gonna help Sammy again. Within that whole thing, he's gonna get jumped. He's gonna let them know, yo, like I got a big match with Roman. Y'all need to come together and handle the Usos.
Honestly, if okay, like I said, if I was WWE, right, and I was doing this storyline, I wouldn't put or officially announce the match between Sammy, KO, and the Usos until the Friday before WrestleMania.
Oh yeah,
I wouldn't do it. I don't know if that's what they're gonna do or not, but I would just keep letting KO and Sammy keep getting their ass kicked for the next 3 weeks. And then that Friday before WrestleMania is when they finally come together and then they go, we'll see you at WrestleMania because you have a championship match against us.
So this is the thing, right? I still don't think that the beef with Jey and Roman is over just because Jey is back with his brothers. I don't think Roman's losing at WrestleMania.
Oh gosh.
Just listen. just hear me out. Cody's so they had to pull a card to have John Cena put Cody over again. because Sammy outshined Cody.
No, he didn't.
So
No.
They were nervous
Sammy
about
has been outshining Cody for the past 3 weeks.
No, man, you got to think about it. Okay, they just now, what was it, last Friday? They just now put Cody in front of Roman. Okay, it wasn't that Cody, to me, when he had that promo that he cut with Sammy, and Sammy was asking Cody if he could do it, do you think he could win before Hell in the Cell? Right? And remember, I told you, I
they were making Cody the bigger person.
I said, based off of this promo, I said I could see Sammy winning, because to me, Sammy versus Cody at WrestleMania would be crazy. But I can kind of see that the way that they used Cody in that aspect was, hey, listen, this is your time, right? Finish the job. But Sammy couldn't do it. So now the Sammy's heat has gone from Roman to the Usos. If you look at it, right? Roman's not even really had any interaction with Sammy since their match. It's been nothing but the Usos. And it's basically been Solo and Jimmy. Okay. Now that Jay is back, Sammy and KO are focused on the Usos. And the promos that promo on Monday was it was okay from Cody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that was the only promo to me that he's cut so far where I was like, you're starting to kind of say like the same thing over and over and over.
Yeah,
and
but even the one between him and Roman took his mouthpiece.
I mean, it's about time Roman wins a freaking promo.
No, I get that, but what I'm saying is we got so many other dynamics. We got Jay telling Roman to leave him the hell alone.
Well, Jay didn't say that. Jimmy said that.
Jimmy said that, but still, I'm saying they're building up two pillars of heat at the same time, right?
I get what you're saying.
And they're gonna pull a trigger on one of them. And I remember I was watching a video and it was like, as much as everybody sees Cody winning the title, we just don't see Cody becoming the Universal Heavyweight Champion.
It has to, because they already said that they're not breaking up the titles anytime soon.
Exactly. So if they're not breaking up the titles anytime soon, by SummerSlam, Roman has already hit that pillar of 1,000.
Roman's losing, man. I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
If Roman wins, so like, how shocked would everybody be if Roman wins? Does that not make him the heel of all heels if he wins at WrestleMania?
But they can't.
I would be shocked.
They can't let Cody lose.
Shit, they let Brock Lesnar be in the streak.
I know that, but the streak, it was time for the streak to go, right?
Not that early.
It was 26. He won 26 straight.
It was 21. It was the 21 and 1.
21.
Shit, honestly, the streak should have ended earlier. If you really,
it should have been. Honestly, with me, I wanted Shawn Michaels to be the one to end the streak.
But I'm saying shocking moments. That would be the second most shocking in history.
I get what you're saying. I understand that, but if Cody loses, Cody Rhodes kind of gets trapped back in that mid-card type where he doesn't want to be. He has to
Not
win.
Necessarily.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, because he can lose without being beat clean.
No, but man,
if you're gonna do it like that, then maybe. But I see Cody beating Roman clean.
He's gonna beat him clean. This is gonna be a clean match between Roman.
Crossroads in the middle of the ring.
Yes. Boom. Are we gonna have the Usos run out and everything and try to? Yeah, but I think you're gonna have your new tag team champions come out and take them out too.
Mm-hmm. And Solo, take them all out.
Take them all out.
Yeah. Okay. So you already calling it right now that Roman's not going to lose. 3 weeks out.
Yeah. I'm going obsolete.
I ain't Hardy.
Hey, I feel you, man, but
I'm deleting everyone's fate.
Oh,
It just
So before
like
we
when I was
go,
watching that video, I was like, damn, that's crazy. And it would be like low key the biggest flip ever. But hindsight, it makes sense. But we've all like everybody's been calling the one title that he was going after was the WWE Championship.
let's kill two birds with one stone.
I mean, yeah, you could kill two birds with one stone. But we'll see.
I just want to, before we get out of here, I just want to say, who in 2023 thought that we would have Mickey James and Lita as champions in wrestling companies?
You said what?
Who would have thought in 2023 Mickey James and Lita would have championships in 2023? Only reason I brought that up because I literally just watched a video of Mickey James, Gail King. I say Gail King, Gail Kim. Gail Kim came out to give her new opponent. I was like, damn, Mickey, you still a knockout women's champion?
I mean, because Mickey James is holding down the women's division. That's why.
She is.
Yeah. There's nobody else in that women's division.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And also, Eddie Kingston, he quit AEW, but all he did was just go to ROH.
Yeah.
He's gonna fight Claudio for the world championship now. Which is also going to help solidify the heel turn of Blackpool Combat Club. You can already see Cesaro's he's already leaning heel.
Yeah.
So, anybody else? Y'all got anything else?
No, I actually gotta jump off in a second. So,
all right. Well, make sure y'all go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on all your podcast platforms.
And tune in to Friday Night SmackDown, and just give us your take of what you think is going to happen after watching Friday Night SmackDown to start giving y'all predictions on how WrestleMania is going to go.
All right. Well, with that being said, I'm your boy Trey, aka Treyway, aka OTR Trey.
Oh, it's me.
Jesus. Jesus.
It's your boy. It's your boy. Rantin' Jay. I like that. Yes, sir.
And this is your boy OTR, Mr. Mic Drop, aka King Mic Drop. Hey.
All right, we're gonna talk to y'all later. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.